So today we're going to do a YouTube clip on outside. This is just outside my home in Burnaby, British Columbia. And the subject today is going to be about zit stickers, pimple patches of all things. You know, as I've developed bioelectrode therapy over the years, one of the most difficult things, the challenging things, is to keep the electrodes secure. I can put them on, but they get washed off in a day or two or three, and I've tried virtually everything. I used crazy glue, I've used all kinds of different tape, including duct tape. At one point I was even tattooing them on. And in fact, I have tattoo marks. You know, I try things on myself before I do it on anybody else, but little black spots, I go a little too deep, so it's a permanent tattoo. But at the clinic where I work, it's an all-women's treatment center, three-month program. There's one woman who came in and she had these things on her face, and they were almost invisible. And I asked her what they are. Oh, those are for, basically, she said, blemishes. And she introduced me to zit stickers. And so that was the solution to my age-old problem, which has been going on for years. I've tried, like I say, I've tried everything. Now I got these ones just off the internet, and there's all kinds of companies that provide these things in different sizes and colors and so on. But these are transparent, and they're the perfect size. They cover the electrode, but also just beyond the electrode, and they're medicated. They have a little tea tree oil on it, and also what's called hydrocolloid. They're very secure. And so all you need, once you've placed the electrodes on the fingers or toes or wherever you're going to put them, you have this little sheet, and you've got these zit stickers, pimple patches, and you take I would suggest a pair of tweezers about like that with a pointy end, and you just have to there you go. There you got one little zit sticker there, and there's a point there, and so I just apply. Bingo, so clean, so fast, and so efficient. And that will stay on parts of my body for upwards of a week. It'll stay on my toes and my feet for several days to a week. And so on the fingers, they come off in a day or two, but you can just put them back on. You put another electrode back on and again apply another one. If you're washing dishes regularly, well, you can get away with washing dishes and they will stay on, or shower and they will stay on. So they're probably the best, the best method that I've found so far. And they're not expensive. Well, some are more expensive. Go to Google pimple patches or zit stickers, and you'll find a whole collection. And I don't know if any one particular company is any better than the other, but you know, these ones here, they're working for me, and you can find real bargains for them, so you can get them very cheaply. So I have them in my Bioelectrode Therapy kit. I have my electrodes, the copper and the silver, in the kit. I have about 30 or 40 little applicators, and the applicators are cool in themselves. They're the perfect size, and you just have to dip. Well, I'll just go one step further. Loosen the cap. This is 1/4 ounce of pure silver, liquid silver, and you've got an inkwell there. And so you just have to take your dipstick and just dip it in the inkwell, and you know, you're not going to spill it or anything. The bottle, you can set it aside so it stays safe, but the inkwell is beautiful. And the perfect size for doing, you know, one little dip will coat probably half a dozen different acupuncture points, so it's very efficient and very clean. So these efficiencies have evolved over the years, and I think it's almost perfect. So right now I have in a bioelectrode therapy kit, you get the 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce is a lot. This will last a busy practitioner at least a month and probably longer. For somebody who's using it for personal care, I would say you got enough there for a year to treat all your friends, your neighbors, your family, and yourself. If you have my app, you can treat almost any imaginable pain problem that I've seen in my clinic over the past 20 years. But anyway, so there we are. You got your Bioelectrode Therapy kit, and now you know how to access the pimple patches. So go to work. Let's solve this opioid crisis. So that's a wrap. Stay curious and move forward. Thank you.